Hi, I'm John Arana, and this is Karina San Martin.
Hey, everybody.
And we're here at The Drop, dropping truth and bringing life.
Yeah.
And we hope that we're encouraging you, lifting you up.
Yeah.
And we've been talking this whole incredible series on Love Matters Most. And man, if we learn to love people, you know, life would be so much better.
Yeah.
Marriage, family.
Yeah.
This whole world. And I think that this is such an important principle. And so today we're going to talk a little bit about how love endures.
Yeah.
And I think that that's part of love is enduring. You
Yes,
know,
for sure.
We all come to relationship with different issues, different idiosyncrasies, and different needs. But anyhow, so we're going to talk about that, and I think this is going to be good. So, but anyhow, before we enter into it, how's your summer been?
Oh, it's been fun. It's been busy.
Yeah.
It's been, we like kind of kicked off our summer with a family vacay.
Running.
Then after that, it's just kind of been like, woo, one thing after the other.
Beach?
Yeah, we went to visit Pablo and Tiff.
Yeah.
And, you know, all that fun stuff.
South Padre Island.
Yeah. So it's been fun with the family. That is for sure. So it's been good. But I'm definitely like, in July, we really don't have much going on.
Okay.
So I'm kind of like, you know, I think I'm just really want to try to keep it like that.
Right.
You know, like just not a lot going on. Like
I don't know.
I know. I have to intentionally do that.
Yeah, you're such a planner, man.
I know.
You'll come up with stuff.
I want to do like fun stuff, but I feel like, you know, I'm having to learn how to rest better, you know, and I think it might be because I'm getting a little older. I'm not really sure. But it's something that doesn't come easy. We're going to talk about that today, too. It doesn't come easy or naturally to me, but it has been super fun. What about you? You got the boys here.
Oh yeah, I got. We have a couple of our grandsons with us, and we do it every summer.
Yeah,
you know,
that's so fun.
We bring the Reyes because they live in South Texas, so we bring them and they stay with us, and we have the best time. We're playing video games.
That's awesome.
You know, Papa's involved, Nana's involved, and we're playing video games. And of course, they're wiping us out. They're beating us every time. You know, and we do stuff. You know, and
that's awesome.
It's fun to have them, and then they also get to hang around with your kids.
Yeah, exactly.
With their cousins.
Extra time in the summer with the cousins. That's so fun.
So it's kind of fun, you know, and I think we'll have them this week, and then Pablo and Tiffany come up and pick them up. But I look forward to that.
Summer days.
It's kind of fun to have them around.
Yes.
But
and you'll get some rest when they're gone.
Yes, I will probably rest for it. It'll take me a couple of days to recover.
A couple of days.
Because, you know,
love it.
I had 3 girls.
Yeah,
you know, and even though we did a lot of stuff with you guys, boys are so energetic and so active, you know.
Takes
and
a little more out of you.
The play is different.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm enjoying it. I'm
awesome.
having a good time.
Oh, that's so great. I love it. I love it.
But today, let's talk a little bit about love endures. You know, I mean, if you could put it up, put this in a street vernacular.
Okay.
You know, you would say love puts up.
Okay.
You know, love knows how to put up with those people that we love.
Sure.
And because in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 7, the Bible says, love never gives up. Think about that one phrase just there.
Man.
It's a bomb. Love never gives up. Think about all the people that just give up on each other. But if it's real love, it never gives up.
Right.
Love never loses faith. You just keep on believing.
Right.
It says love is always hopeful. And love endures through every circumstance.
Yeah. That's real love right there.
And you're talking about something that is so powerful.
Yeah.
Something that is so strong that nothing can defeat it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And so when you're talking about love endures, oh my gosh, you're thinking about
a powerful source.
Some amazing force that will bring things together to make them work.
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Even when they're not working.
Yes, and it makes me think of the ultimate. You know, for me, the ultimate example of love, and it really is Jesus.
Yeah,
you know, because
absolutely.
he literally like never gives up on
Yeah.
us. He never loses faith in us. He endures everything.
It's that kind of love, God kind of love.
Yeah, it's like this, you know, very, very rich, faithful, constant, consistent love.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't know if we can ever love exactly like he loves
at that level,
like with no weird intentions or like, you know, little notes in the back of your mind about somebody.
But keeping score.
I know love's not supposed to keep score, but I think it should be our aspiration.
Absolutely.
You know, it should be our model.
It should be the goal.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is a God kind of love. And you know, sometimes I think like, wow. You know, but I think that in our imperfection as human beings, you know, which we all have that, I think we can continue to strive for that. You know, it's kind of like, you know, you miss a few, and then you hit a few, and then you miss a few, and you hit a few. You know, it's that constant.
Well, I did that good. Well,
that didn't work out.
I didn't handle that one well.
You know.
Let's try that again.
But at least we have a clear goal.
No, for sure.
And you think, you know, sometimes I ask myself this question. Why do people, you know, marriages, people that got married with such good intentions, why do they eventually almost end up hating each other, you know? And I think the world, this culture, tells us that love is something that is not.
Oh, I think,
you know,
100%.
and I think people get married thinking, oh, you know, she's going to make me happy and she's going to do this for me, do this for you. And
it's very self-seeking,
it's not really love. That's not really love.
Right,
You know, and then they say, well, you know, we fell out of love.
Yeah.
You know, and you think like, man, if it's really love, it's going to endure.
You're willing to endure.
You're willing.
The good and the bad and all of that. And I think you know, hit something that's a huge, for me, like a huge cultural topic. That, you know, our culture really does say that love looks and acts and is a certain way. And if you're never taught the biblical way or that there's a different way, then you kind of go into a lot of your relationships with this false, you know, expectation of what love even really is.
That's right.
You know, and it's so important to always go back to God and the Word. You know, at least for me, because it's my anchor, it's my grounding.
Absolutely.
Of like, I really don't feel like loving this person because this, and this, and I might have very good, strong, valid reasons. Maybe they did me real wrong, but even that, you know, like. The Bible teaches me to act a different way than my emotions want me to do.
Yeah, and I think that when two people come together, whether it's a marriage, friendship, or whatever, parents and children, you know, when people come together and they have a healthier definition of love, I think it engenders the relationship towards working better. And it just moves it into a healthy direction. But when people think that love is an emotion, or love is physical contact, or love is, you know, this person does everything that I want,
makes
you
me
know,
feel so good.
That just takes it down the drain.
that's
Because
true.
All those assumptions are going to lead you to disappointment. You know, versus true love is acting in the interest of the other person.
That's right.
You're willing to give of yourself, even to your own hurt, in order to benefit the other person.
And I think that kind of love is the love that it does endure, and it will endure.
Exactly.
You know, because it goes beyond these superficial, you know, elements, because it wants to go deeper and be deeper with that person.
So let's try to cover 3 different habits to enduring love. And the first one is, and we'll come back to them, but the first one is enduring love refreshes us physically. It recharges us emotionally, and it renews us spiritually.
That's good.
So refreshes us physically when it's real love. You had an experience one time when you went on a mission trip.
Yeah, I'll tell the story
to Poland.
I'll tell the story really quickly because oh my gosh, it was years ago. But so I did this mission trip to Poland. It was incredible, but it was also part of like this drama ministry at my church. So I was in drama club. Yeah. But basically, we had just been going nonstop.
You guys were run down.
And morning and night, and then traveling, and then going to places and ministering and all this stuff. And so I remember like one night, it was probably like 9:30 or 10 o'clock, and we had a full day, and our main leader was like praying, and she was like...
And you guys were exhausted.
We were tired, and she was praying, and all of a sudden, like, she's praying, and she's like, and Lord, I just come against this spirit of laziness in Jesus' name. And I remember I had my eyes closed, and I remember I like opened my eyes to look around and be like, does anybody else like think this is super weird?
Yeah.
It was kind of like spirit of laziness. In my brain I was like, lady, we're just so tired. Like we just need to rest. Please take care of us, and just we don't need to be praying right now. We need to be sleeping.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we really needed.
That's it.
We didn't need to cast out the spirit of laziness, but
well, that goes to when love endures, it refreshes you physically.
Yeah.
So it kind of gives you a rest.
Yes.
Yeah. And there's three things that we need for physical refreshment. One of them is rest.
It's rest, yes.
Physical rest.
Yeah.
The other one is a balanced diet.
Yes.
And the other one is exercise.
Yeah.
And I got 1 out of 3.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And guess which one that is?
Well, I already know. It's rest.
Yeah. I got that one down.
I feel like I do pretty good with, rest is harder for me.
Oh yeah.
And balanced diet, summertime is harder because sometimes I just eat what the kids eat, which is not always balanced. And then exercise I do pretty good with, and and it is interesting that when we take care of ourselves physically, it has an effect on us emotionally.
Oh man.
And with the flip side,
think about how our relationships are when we don't get sleep.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
It's like
I just think of people that I have in my life that I'm like, if that, like, mom is one of them.
Oh yeah.
My husband is one of them.
Yeah.
And then Grace is another one.
If they don't sleep,
if they don't get good sleep, literally you should just steer clear.
Yeah.
Just steer clear if you want to have a good day. But it's important for us to take care of ourselves physically, and also the people we love to also take care. Like sometimes I have to make one of my kids like, you are gonna take a nap. You can't see it right now, but you're a hot mess. You can't live today. No one wants to be around you.
And they'll say, I'm not tired.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not tired.
My little Gracie, she'll be like, I am not taking a nap. I'm going to keep my eyes open the whole time. And I'm like, fine, go ahead, do it. Go like this if you want. But then I go and I peek in, and she's like, knocked out, you know. But rest is important. All those physical things.
I think that, people sometimes don't realize how physical rest affects your relationship.
Yes.
In a positive way or in a negative way.
Yeah, I know.
You get rest, you're fresh.
Yeah.
You don't get rest, you're cranky,
It's
and you're irritable.
Yeah.
So, enduring love, refreshes us physically. We give each other space. We give each other time to rest. We give each other time to be alone and recharge or whatever the other person may need. So I think these are very important and practical, and the Bible talks a lot about that. But the second one is recharge emotionally. Sometimes we get low emotionally and energy-wise, and it shows.
Right.
And when we don't have the energy, then we can't be at our best.
Yeah,
and there's three things that I think help us: solitude, recreation, and laughter.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think obviously different people recharge differently.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Some people recharge by going out, having a great time, socializing with all the people that they possibly can get together.
Yeah.
And then other people.
The more the better.
Yeah, the more the better. And like that's like mom.
Right.
But like that for you and me is kind of like
solitude.
When can we leave?
Solitude,
or do
baby.
I really have to go? You know what I mean? Depending on the time and who it is and all that, you know. But yeah, and I do think that like we kind of already said, but I want to make sure we make the connection that rest, balanced diet, exercise also helps with recharging us emotionally.
Sure.
You know, what you eat. If you're not exercising, like, you know, you're not really tending to yourself either. And that does affect your emotions.
It does.
You know, and that kind of goes with like the recreation and and all of that.
It does. It does. And I think that sometimes, you know, sometimes we're too spiritually minded that we're no earthly good.
Yeah,
and
you
sometimes
can be.
we forget that recreation is so important.
Yeah.
You know, I love when I go out and play golf. I love when we go out and do something fun.
Yeah.
You know, go to the park and have a picnic with the family
or something.
Yeah, and that refreshes us emotionally.
Yes.
Because it makes us feel good about ourselves.
Yeah. Oh,
you know,
for
and
sure.
so, but laughter for me is my favorite.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love to laugh, and I love to joke around.
Yes.
You know, and I think laughter. The Bible says in Proverbs 17:22, a cheerful heart is good medicine.
Yes.
But a broken spirit saps a person's strength.
That's pretty contrasting.
So when it comes to relationships,
Right.
we got to try to keep a good sense of humor.
No, for sure. Yeah, definitely. And I mean, if you think about it, like, you know, some of your favorite friends are probably the people that make you laugh, you know, or like, you know, when you're with your best friend, you know, you're probably laughing together, you know, whether you're laughing at each other or laughing at stories, like, you know, like you do naturally draw to people that you can laugh with and have a good time with. And that is really important too.
And I think in a relationship, you know, we have to recognize how we both recharge emotionally.
Yeah, for
and,
sure.
you know, Karen needs to be around people. I need to be alone. And, you know, instead of trying to make her like
one
me
way or the
or
other,
her like her, you know, we just need to recognize that and give people that space to be able to recharge because love does that.
Right. That's also tending to, you know, that person and saying, okay, you know, I do love this person and I know that they need this to recharge.
Exactly.
You know, and that is a part of the enduring love is saying they need to recharge. That's healthy for them. That's good for them. And I'm going to give them that time instead of just expecting, you know, I had to learn that with my husband. And instead of just expecting him to go, because that's me.
Sure.
I've had to learn to say, you know what? This is too much go for him.
Yes,
and even though I'm still okay.
Of course.
And if it's a thing we need to go as a family, I either go myself or I say, you know what, we're going to pass on this one.
Exactly.
You know, because that's important.
Sure. So I think those three things are good. And, you know, again, recognizing the difference and how we all differently recharge emotionally. The third one is renew spiritually. Love. When love endures, we are able to renew ourselves spiritually. We're able to grow. We're able to change and mature. And I think there's three things that I think are important. The daily quiet time with God.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, and we'll talk about that a little bit. I also believe that it's really huge to be connected to a small community of people.
Right.
You know, like a small group or a handful of friends, you know.
Definitely.
And again, I don't want to be hyper spiritual, but I do believe that worshiping God,
totally.
You know, as a lifestyle, not just music, but I think that is huge. And I love to sing. And so I think that singing and worshiping God is huge to renew you spiritually and even emotionally.
Yes.
I think it has an emotional, psychological impact.
It really does. I think all these things, you know, having the quiet time with God, being connected with like a like official small group at church or like your community of friends or a lot of that, you know, having people in your life that you share life with together. You know, it strengthens your spirit. It really does. And then obviously worship, I'm right there with you, you know. There's times you just need you need to get alone and just hear a song with God or get alone and sing or, whatever those things really do, like fill you up.
Yeah.
And like you were saying, we have to be filled up so that we can also
give out.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that we live in such a busy culture
mentality,
especially if you live in a big city, a big metroplex. You live in such a hurry all the time, running here, running there. Then you have a family, and then your kids have needs, and we're just going and going and going and going. And I think people get depleted. People get empty.
Totally.
And then they're trying to raise a family, have a marriage, even maybe running a business, and they're running on empty all the time.
Right, yeah.
And they're irritable, and they're short, and they're,
grumpy.
And they're like,
oh, but they're getting it done.
Yeah. Hey, get ready, because we're going to go to the park, and we're going to have a good time.
That's me sometimes. That is me sometimes. We are going to the pool. You're going to be nice, and you're going to have a good time, okay?
That's right.
And it's more because, like, I'm stressed out.
Right.
And the kids are like, okay.
Okay, okay, Mom.
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
Mom.
Yes, we will have fun if it kills us,
But
and
we need these times of refreshing.
Yeah.
We need these times to be able to fill up the tank.
Yeah.
To be able to love and have the energy to love, because remember, love, as we say, it's not an emotion. It's love is an action.
Yes.
And you got to have energy to act, to do for people,
to give,
and give, and so on and so forth. So, but love, when love endures, it does what it needs to do in order to be able to keep running the race, because it's not 100 dash.
Yeah.
It's a marathon.
Right.
It's a lifetime of growing in this thing called love. And that's why it matters the most.
Yeah. And I think there's two aspects to this for me about enduring love. It's, doing this for myself so that I can, like you said, run the race, so that I can, love somebody in a moment that maybe I think they don't deserve it.
Sure.
But that I have
that
it
takes
within,
energy.
Yes, that I have it in me to give it out. And then I think the second side of it is me being watchful of those that I love and saying, you know what, I think you need some emotional input. What can you do, or how can I help you with that, or you need some spiritual renewal.
Or you can say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna watch the kids. You go have a couple hours by yourself, recharge.
Exactly. So it's doing this for myself, but being watchful for those that I love,
those around you.
And making sure that they're getting what they need to.
Absolutely. And so I think love matters the most. And I think love, when it's real love and it's taken care of, and you love yourself, you love others, you love God, I think it creates the most amazing life.
Oh, yeah.
And it creates a marriage that works. It creates a parenting that works. It creates a society that works.
Friendships that thrive.
Friendships that thrive. And I think that we all ought to make the best effort we can to live that love.
That's right.
Because I think it'll make all the difference in the world, because it matters most.
Definitely,
So anyhow, thank you for being here today at The Drop. Man, I hope that this is encouraging you and helping you, giving you some pointers. Pass it on to a friend, because let me tell you something. People need love.
We do. And we need to learn how to love some of us, if not all of us. So also make sure you like and subscribe and hit the bell so you can get the notifications when we post on YouTube, and make sure you're following us on the Apple Podcast. And click those three little buttons there, the three little dots, and you can share the episode with a friend and invite them to follow along.
That's right.
So
thanks
for being here. Yes. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you for being at The Drop.